Hello, 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 hello. I'm Lynn Browder, and I have a son, Owen, who is 11. I feel like I'm singing that. See? And he's 12. He's 12. I can't tell you how many times I do that. I always he is 12. He's been 12, and I'm just gonna keep saying he's 11. I think I'm having a hard time believing it, even though he's been 12 for months now. But there you go. So, anyways, he is 12. He helps me paint the backgrounds of our paintings with a hand over hand method, and then I paint the rest. So, I have some runaway paint on my paint palette here. I put some paint and it just kind of all mushed together, so we'll see how that turns out. But we're just gonna paint some flowers here. Paint some flowers. And I can tell you that half the time when I paint it, they get all covered up, so it doesn't, the sections, that it'll all work out. It'll all work out. So I've been trying to make myself paint different flowers than this style right here. This is what I like to do. I like to do these big fluffy, sometimes I do them where they're multiple angles or like a full flower, and sometimes I do it like this. But I've been trying to make myself do some more styles. But here I am. Well, excuse me. I had this like frog in my throat today, and it keeps coming back. So I got that. All of this paint that I used over here has blended. That color is blended into everything. It kind of mushed all of it when I poured it on my palette. So I really should separate stuff, but I like doing it this way because then I have all the colors everywhere, and I've dropped. So that ought to tell you something. I put way too much paint on my paintbrush. This is a fact of life. But guess what? I love the way the flowers turn out when there's tons of paint. And I like the colorations. So I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon for me to change. But since we're all aware of it, it's all okay. See, that's what I convince myself, that everything has a purpose and a reason, and it's okay. So once you get past that point, then everything else is just what it is. So this is the big color right here that is all over. I really kind of I would say watered it down, but I had white in it, and it made it more of that other color. So see, we just keep mushing together till we get something. That's what you do. And let's see if I can get some more of this kind of reddish orangish color. I don't have much left of it, so I need to go get some new paints. I'm like at the end of the paint brigade here. The weather plays havoc. Even though it's in the house, the weather plays havoc on the paints. It's like it does something with the humidity and all that jazz. So my paints have seen some better days here. That is for sure. So, Owen had a semi-okay day and a semi-rough day. It was raining and he didn't want to go to baseball. And I didn't really want to push it because it was going to be indoors. And that would have set like the precedent for all of the times after this. And if he enjoyed it more indoors than if it was outdoors again, then that would do this ripple effect of him not wanting to go because of all of the other options. So that was kind of, I got to overthink about that. That was something that I really, it was a hard decision because I, knew they were still going to do baseball, but it would be completely different. And I didn't want to take the risk of that again, like making the difference later on. So he didn't want to go. He had started saying early, as soon as he saw that it was raining, that he was going to go straight to Grandma's house, which it was fine with me. And I want him to enjoy the experiences that he has. And so if he isn't liking baseball or he's not wanting to go for a particular reason, I don't want to push that. I don't want to push the fact that he doesn't want to go because of something. So he was happy to go to his grandma's house, and that kind of kept the decision from being too hard one way or the other with the weather. And like I said, it's a lot of overthinking because of the ripple effect. He's still having problems. We had tornadoes in our area a couple weeks ago. Now I guess it's almost a month. I think everything blends together after a while. Somewhere around there, several weeks ago. And so he's still talking about that tornado and how that he thinks leprechauns came and made his school better, and that helps the process because at least then he's feeling like they have made it better, and it's just life. So there's things that he doesn't completely understand why something is like it is. And so going from that point, I'm glad that he can kind of see, because their road, lots of roads around here are torn up for many different reasons. And the road by a school is torn up with like utility work and stuff. And I don't know if it was pre-planned or if the storm caused that, where they had to fix it. So he told me that it was because of the tornado. And so I can't deny that is the right answer. But that makes me know he is really thinking about everything that happened. So if he can find some calm in literally the storms, that makes me happier for him. So I know it's a lot for him to process. It's a lot for anyone to process. And when things like that happen, how do we process stuff? So, anyways, I think I've got all the wild colors somewhere. I'm going to do O for Owen, and then L and there we go. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Toodles, toodles.